Okay, so today we are going to talk about a little genius boy. A little genius boy, and who was very talented. Is there any genius in the house? Is there any genius in the house? Someone who's smart, who's able to count from 1 to 100? Raise your hand if you can count from 1 to 100. Okay, so you're just going to tell me, I'm just going to point a few people. You're going to tell me what you're able to do. Maybe you can write, maybe you can draw, maybe you can dance. Whatever talents that you have, just raise your hand and tell us what is it that you can do best. Hands up, what is it that you can do best? Dance, she can dance. Wow. And then you? Wow, romantic. And then you?
You can put on the clothes.
Yeah. Nice. And then? What is it that you can do?
Music.
Oh my God, okay. And then?
Math.
Math, oh my God. And then you? Wow, she's a runner. Okay. So today, I will have another question then. I will ask you to answer it, alright? Okay, so my title for this sermon is Nothing Else Came. So there was this boy who was very smart and talented. He was a genius in school. He was able to write, he was able to count, he was able to dance. Whenever there's a sport, he always gets number 1, alright? And then he would assist everyone. Like if you are unable to do your mathematics or you are unable to draw, he will come and assist you. And then teachers noted that he was very, very bright. They couldn't challenge him with anything. They would give him a homework and then he would come back done and get 100%. Yeah? And then even the parents, even any other parent would know that there is a genius boy at school. And then they would really appreciate the boy because he was also able to assist their kids. Alright? And then it came a time whereby this boy got sick. Really, really sick. And then he was absent from school for so many days. And then when he was sick, teachers were not worried because usually kids get sick, they get flu, and then they get headaches or anything. Is anyone who's been sick here? Anyone who's been sick? What is it that you heard when you were sick? When you were sick, what is it that you heard? Which disease you had, or how did you feel?
I was coughing and I was having a flu.
Coughing and the flu. Oh. And then you? Tonsils, oh, they're very painful, so you were unable to swallow it. Okay. Alright, so this boy got really, really sick. And then everybody was worried. Everybody was worried because everybody saw that this boy was helping us, and teachers, they saw a big potential for this boy. And then he went to the hospital, they made some tests, they couldn't find out what was wrong with the boy. And then when the results came back, the boy had a cancer in the blood. He had cancer in the blood. And then he actually needed some blood donation. He needed someone who was going to give his own blood to be taken from him into his body so that he will survive. But there was no one who had a compatible or who had the same blood like him. So everybody made an initiative and went around to the community asking for donations. But at that time, people were very scared to donate blood because they didn't know what was going to happen with them, and also they were scared of needles because when you take blood, you should use a needle. And then this boy got really sick, was sweating at night, was unable to eat, and so on. And then, when he was admitted, no one was allowed to actually come and see this boy in the hospital except for only his two parents. So, what his friends would usually do from school, they would write some letters, write some beautiful cards saying, "Can you please recover soon? We miss you." And someone would just write, "I'm struggling with this, and can you please come back so that you can assist us?" But there was no one to assist him. Even the parents, even their parents' blood, his parents' blood was not compatible with his blood. And then this boy was not really worried. He would just read and then there was this old man who came to the hospital to visit. When this old man came to hospital to visit, on that day he decided to come and visit Pete's ward. When he went to the Pete's ward where there are children, only children, he said, "Can I please come into this room and pray for whosoever is in here?" And then the nurse said, "No, you can't go in there because the visitors are limited. The child that is admitted there is very sick and they don't want anyone to come from outside who are there to go inside that room because they're going to make that boy very sick, even worse." And then this old man went out. On his way out from the hospital, he saw those two parents who were sitting there on the side crying and crying non-stop. And then he went to them and introduced himself. And he asked them, "Why are you crying?" And then they told him about this boy who is very sick and who's about to die. And then the old man said, "I'm very sorry to hear that, but can you please give this young boy this Bible? Tell him to read it." But this Bible didn't look really nice. It was an old Bible. It didn't have a hardcover outside. Lali Gecko in a good condition. Lali Gecko, right? But then now our were very confused. How is he going to read this? Because usually the cards we usually receive are very colorful and attractive. But they were like, "Hey, okay," they continued to cry. And then they got inside the boy's ward, and then they give this book to the boy. And then the boy just looked at it and threw it away and slept. And then the boy got really, really sick at night, and there was no nurse, there was no parent, there was no one inside. He was sweating, coughing out blood, was dizzy, wanted to faint down. And this boy was just like couldn't talk even loud. He couldn't talk. He was really sick. And then he took this book and looked at it and opened page 1. Then he said, "In the beginning, God created heavens and earth." Like, I always wonder who created, because he was smart, he always had questions about everything. Like, there's someone who actually created this earth. And he continued to peruse the book. And then, there was the man, Solomon, who was clever than me. And this boy was very confused. But I thought I was the only one because he was famous from school and everywhere. There's someone who's actually clever than me. And he continued to open this book. And then he goes to Mark 9, and then he reads this chapter where there was this young boy who was sick, who had seizures. And then Jesus came and prayed for this boy. It's like, there's also someone who can actually help me. Because now everyone has been helping. They are not helping me back now. So I'm stuck with this Jesus. Who is Jesus? And then he continued to read because he really loved reading. He continued to read this chapter. And then while he was reading this chapter, he felt better. When he was coughing, now there was no more blood. When he was talking, he could actually hear his voice coming back when he was reading this book. And then he read Mark 9 verses 29 that says, only prayer can drive this kind out, answered Jesus. Nothing else can. So this boy said, okay, you know what? Because this guy is very smarter than me, I'm just going to make a deal, a promise. If God will allow me to get healed from this disease, I will make you famous as I am. Wherever I am, I will talk about you. And then the boy got healed, and then he went back to school, was discharged. And then every time he was given an opportunity to teach other children, he would tell them about Jesus Christ. He would tell them how Jesus Christ healed him. He would tell them about this old book he never met. He would tell them how good God has been into his life. So the lesson we get from this is that sometimes even he answers our prayers may come to a package that we are not expecting. A package, but God can use that. Even the old man who came to hospital, but used him. And also, sorry about that. And also, he made a promise to God, I will talk about you. So as we're going to grow up, we're going to meet challenges. They won't be able to help us. They won't be able to help us. But Jesus came. Thank you so much. Can you please pray for us? Okay. Do you have a question? Okay.